Yo, what's up, StreamYard? Good morning, everyone. This is your homie, the Flamehead 97 here. I'm still dealing with this allergic rhinitis, but I'll be fine enough to do this stream for a little while at least. So, as y'all can see, this is titled NXT Battleground 2025 Predictions and More because we're going to be giving out our Battleground predictions for this year's NXT pay-per-view called Battleground. And it'll be in Tampa, Florida, May 25th, 8 p.m. on Peacock. If you have a Peacock subscription, whether it be the ads version or the version without ads, you can watch it on Peacock either way. So, yep, there's 6 matches announced as of now for this pay-per-view. So let's go and cut down to the chase, guys, and get down to it. Alright, so first, I'm going to talk about Oba Femi versus Miles Bourne. This can be a NXT Championship match for the NXT Championship, and Miles Bourne is the #1 contender because on the May 6th edition of NXT, he won a 25-man Battle Royal match to become the #1 contender for the NXT Championship. So I expect this to be a really good match, but my prediction, I'm going to go with Oba Femi to retain because even though Miles Bourne has progressed over time throughout his NXT journey and everything like that, I don't see him dethroning Oba Femi. I can see it being a more like top star there in NXT to take the title off Oba Femi, but that's just how I see it. If y'all know what I'm saying. It's nothing to take away from Miles Bourne, but I don't think he's going to win the championship or anything at Battleground. So I'm going with the champion Oba Femi to take over this match and retain the NXT championship against Miles Bourne. But like I'm saying, I'm not taking anything away from Miles Bourne. I just don't think he's going to take this title from Oba Femi. I think it'll be a bigger star in NXT, if that makes any sense. So my final prediction, Oba Femi wins and retains NXT Championship this coming Sunday at Battleground. Okay, match 2, Stephanie Vaquer, the current NXT Women's Championship versus Jordan Grace for the NXT Women's Championship. This will be another great match in the women's division there in NXT. It's going to be a really good match. Can't wait for it. I don't think Jordan Grace is going to win this championship at Battleground because I don't think she's quite ready to be a champion there in NXT. I know she's had her great moments there in TNA, but TNA and WWE, they're two different promotions. I mean, I know they have a partnership and everything, and Jordan Grace is no longer part of the TNA promotion. She's part of NXT now, but still, I don't think she's going to dethrone Stephanie McHare for this women's championship. But either way, it's going to be a great match. But my pick is Stephanie McHare will retain the NXT Women's Championship at Battleground this Sunday. Going to be a great match, though, between both of these women. Okay, match 3, Joe Hendry versus Trick Williams. Joe Hendry, he is the current TNA World Champion over there in TNA. His opponent is NXT's Trick Williams. Like I was just mentioning, WWE and TNA have a partnership which allows NXT wrestlers to go to TNA and TNA wrestlers to go to NXT. It's actually pretty cool, actually, because I like both NXT and TNA, of course. So it's pretty cool that they have a partnership where they allow wrestlers from both companies to join either company and have a match. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't think Trick Williams is actually going to win the championship because he's not a TNA superstar. He's a WWE superstar over there in NXT. But this will be an awesome match between one another. These two have had great chemistry in NXT and TNA before, so yeah, this will be a good match. But I'm going with Joe Hendry to retain because there's no way in the world that a WWE superstar is going to win a TNA championship at a NXT pay-per-view. But that's just me, though. I think that's how it's going to go down, though. So yeah, I got Joe Hendry defeating Trick Williams. I like Trick Williams, but I don't think he's going to win this because he's not a TNA wrestler. He's in NXT, which is a WWE brand. So yeah, I don't think Trick's going to win, but it's going to be another good match though for this pay-per-view. So my final prediction though, Joe Hendry, the TNA World Championship, retains against Trick Williams at this Sunday's pay-per-view Battleground. Match 4. This is just a regular match. Tony D'Angelo versus Channing Stacks Lorenzo. These two used to be in a stable together known as the Family, but more recently, Channing Stacks Lorenzo betrayed the Family, and then Tony D'Angelo now set up a feud between these two, and they got a upcoming match against each other at Battleground this Sunday. It's gonna be a good match. I like to see Tony win, but my prediction, I'm gonna go with actually Tony Stacks, or Tony. What am I saying? I'm actually gonna go with Channing Stacks Lorenzo. I meant to win this because I feel like he's gonna win by interference somehow or by DQ or something. But yeah, I expect it to be a good match, but I don't think Tony's going to win this. As much as I want him to, it just seems predictable that he's going to lose it. But that's just how I feel when it comes to this matchup. Not that it's going to be a horrible match or anything. I just don't think Tony's going to win. I think Kenny Lorenzo is going to sneak away to win this match, whether it be fair and square or cheating to win the match by like interference or something, or a DQ finish. But that's just how I'm thinking it's going to end, though. We knew the way I expect it to be a good match, but my final prediction, Channing Stacks Lorenzo. Match 5. Sol Ruka versus Kalani Jordan, NXT Women's North American Championship. So this week on NXT, it was Zarya versus Kalani Jordan. If Kalani Jordan beat Zarya, she gets a opportunity at the NXT Women's North American Championship, in which she defeated Zarya to become #1 contender pretty much. So this be a good match. I don't think Sol Ruka is going to lose though, because I think it's like her second defense of this championship since she won it. Whenever she did, I forget when she won it, but yeah, she's the current NXT North American Women's Championship holder, but I don't think she's going to lose it. So I'm going with Sol Ruka to retain against Kalani Jordan, but it's going to be another good women's match there on NXT at this pay-per-view, because there's only 2 women's matches on this pay-per-view. Stephanie McHare versus Jordan Grace, NXT Women's Championship, which we already talked about, and Sol Ruka versus Kalani Jordan for the NXT Women's North American Championship. But like I'm saying, my final prediction, Sol Ruka retains over Kalani Jordan to remain NXT Women's North American Champion. Okay, and the final match, as of now, for this coming Sunday's pay-per-view, NXT 2025 Battleground, or should I say NXT Battleground 2025 to make more sense. So it's going to be a 6-man tag team match. The competitors are Hank and Tank, who are the current NXT tag team champions, and their teammate is going to be Josh Briggs versus the Collings. Brooks Jensen, Nico Vance, and Sean Spears. So more recently on NXT, there was a one-on-one match with Josh Briggs and Sean Spears, in which Sean Spears, of course, won by interference from Izzy Dame, who she is part of the calling group alongside Brooks Jensen, Nico Vance, and Sean Spears. She usually helps the calling cheat to win matches, where it be one-on-one action, tag team, or whatever, you know. It's going to be a good match. As much as I want Hank and Tank and Josh Briggs to win, I think they're going to lose somehow to the Calling. So my prediction is the Calling is going to win this match, probably by interference or cheating again because of Izzy Dame. So because of Izzy Dame's interference in most of the Calling's matches, since she's pretty much been part of the group, I'm going to go with the Calling to win because, as I'm saying, I think they're going to cheat the win because of Izzy Dame interfering somehow. She's going to distract the referee, and the Calling's going to take over and pick up the victory. It's pretty predictable with these stables, whether it be in the main roster of WWE or the third brand NXT. There's always wrestlers cheating to win. I get it if they're heels, but if they're faces, then why they have to cheat to win? Because ain't face is supposed to be the good guy or the good girl in wrestling? At least that's how it should be, you know? I can see Hill cheating to win because they're portrayed as a bad character, whether it's he or she, but y'all know the point. I mean, but yeah, as I'm saying, the calling, I think they're going to take over this match and win it by Izzy Dame helping them win because she's been helping them win on winning matches. I mean, or it'd be one-on-one or tag team, as I'm saying. So the calling, I think they're going to take over this match and win, defeating Haken Tink and Josh Briggs. That's just how I see it because it's pretty much a predictable matchup. So yeah, the calling, I got them winning over the team of Hank, Tank, and Josh Briggs. Alright guys, so that's the predictions portion of the stream. So now we can talk about anything else now. So for this stream, I'm not going to be on camera. I'm just going to leave it how it is. And another thing is I don't even have any smoke because I had to throw my vapes away today, my last two, but it is what it is. I don't worry about them things anymore. Whenever I have enough money to, I'm going to just go to a vape shop and get some flour. The only thing though, I don't know how to roll, sadly. I don't know how to roll, so I'll just have to have someone help me or something, you know? Because I don't know how to roll. Yeah, I think I'd rather have a regular one. Because it's been a while since I had any of mine. Yeah. What else I want to discuss here? I'm surprised ain't nobody even on here. I guess because it's early. But either way, it's fine, you know? I mean, I don't do YouTube content anymore, but I still talk about pay-per-view predictions and stuff since I do live streams, you know? But yeah, GTA 6 being delayed to May of 2026 is just pathetic. So you gotta wait a whole year or a little over a year just for the game to release. This is ridiculous. I mean, I've talked about it before, but I'll talk about it again because we've been waiting on this game for well over 10 years now. I remember hearing about GTA 6 back in like 2013 when I was still in high school because I didn't even graduate high school until June of 2015. And I was hearing about GTA 6 in 2013, like 2 years before I even graduated high school. And yet, almost 10 years since I graduated high school, and guess what? GTA 6 still never got released. That's crazy to think of, to be honest. For real, that is crazy. Surprised they just didn't scrap the game completely. How long it's been taking to actually release. That's crazy, though. I can understand if they want the game to be good and not just rushed, but like 12 years or more just to release a video game, that's ridiculous. No matter what, you know. Then I hear the price is gonna be $100. Like, get the hell out of here. Ain't no video game worth $100. I don't give a damn what kind of game it is. I don't care if it's Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, WWE, Resident Evil. No video game is worth $100 more. It's a ripoff. For real, a ripoff. Like, think I haven't bought in WWE 2K25 yet for my PS4 because it's still expensive. Yeah, true, it's not over $70 anymore, at least last time I knew. It's dropped down to like 50 something, which would make it like 60 something with tax, but still, I won't do that. I'd rather pay like 30 or 40 something for the game because paying 60 or more is just a waste. Maybe not to other people, but to me it is. Just like those vapes that I was buying, vapes and carts, I'd spend my money. I'd spend like over $30, $40 at times just to have those. It was a waste of money, especially when it didn't last a month or two, only like 2 weeks. So yeah, I'd just rather have regular weed. I mean, I know it don't last as long for me as the carts and vapes would, but I still rather just have that because it's more enjoyable and stuff like that. I mean, weed can be frustrating at times, especially if you don't have good rolling papers. Because anytime I try to smoke weed with rolling papers, I just have a hard time getting it to stay lit to where I can actually smoke this shit. That's the only thing I figured out buying flour at the vape shop eventually. If y'all know what I'm saying. Yep. No smoke as of now, but we're good. My vapes are out. Yeah, they have a little oil left in them, but no smoke was coming out. It's not that they're dead or anything, they're just out of oil. When they don't have a little bit of oil left, they won't let you smoke, unfortunately. It is what it is. I don't need to be smoking anyhow. I've got this allergic rhinitis still. It's like to get still every once in a while, but won't be like that for a while, you know. But yeah, it is what it is. I don't need to smoke every day, you know. There's more important things in the world than smoking weed or whatever, you know. Just saying. I don't know why there ain't nobody here. I keep seeing 1 to 0 back and forth. It's like people are afraid to say anything. Do people think I'm that bad of a dude? Just thinking. Damn. Still got a lot of. I still got all these lists written down. Shit for when I used to do YouTube. Damn. I gave Katy Perry's 143 album a 7 out of 10. There's 11 tracks. I remember giving it a 7 out of 10 rating. It's not one of her best albums, but I think it's alright for what it was. I think it was released in 2024 sometime or 2023. I don't keep up with album releases like that much anymore. Especially with newer music, because a lot of newer music is horse shit. Not all of it, but some of it. So if y'all hear anything in the background down here, this is me just flipping through this notebook. Yep. Man, I was supposed to be in a top 15 Jay-Z songs climb video, but I never got to making my forward. But the one I was supposed to collaborate, he told me don't rush into it, so that's pretty much the reason why I haven't gotten it done. And it's been months since he asked me to join it. I still got my list written down though. I did have it wrote down the first time before, but I think I ended up misplacing the list or whatever happened to it, so I had to rewrite it. I know this list is probably different than the first one that I have for top 15 Jay-Z songs, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm not going to spoil the list or anything because it's for future collab, but I got the list written down there. Got some good songs. Of course, can't include everything in the top 10 or top 15 video. You have to do like a top 25 or top 30 just to get some of your favorite songs in list videos. Something about when I used to do YouTube, I would do top 10 videos and I'm like, damn it, I love the song, but I didn't even get to have it in my list. That's the only thing I like about this notebook. Papers fall out easily. Just don't get it. I'm kind of bored on this live stream, to be honest, because I don't have no smoking. It's kind of boring without it, but I don't need it. I'll be fine. I've been fine without it before, so I'll be fine again, you know. I don't have to have weed and THC or whatever you want to call it to feel good, you know. Just saying. Hey, President, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream, man. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah, it sucks at times not to have any smoke. I'll be fine, you know. I won't even get none in June, though, because I got a lot to do that month. But it'll be fine. I'm kind of glad them vapes did run out anyhow today, because they weren't all that anyhow. Yeah, sure, they can get me high, but the flavors weren't all that. The midnight one, which was the red vape, that's the nastiest flavor I ever bought. For real. And I bought a lot of vapes and carts throughout time since like 2021 or 2022 whenever I started buying that stuff. First time, you know. But yeah, the midnight one was the worst one ever. I'm not just saying that. That's the reason why back in February this year, or March, whenever it was, put smoke in it for a while, but asked for it back because I didn't have any smoke at the time. But yeah, I'm glad it's gone now, dude, because I don't have to deal with that nasty taste anymore. The only reason I even wanted it back though, so I can get high off of it. If that makes any sense to y'all, but yep, something's going on. I don't care because the flavor, it just wasn't all that good. It's hard to describe how it tasted, but it wasn't all that good though. If y'all know what I mean. And then the watermelon Skittles with a Z for a $15 vape wasn't all that neither. Because I bought in vapes or carts with 415, they were actually good. And this one was just generic. That's why it said budget on it. Because it's just a generic budget vape that they were selling cheap, probably just getting rid of it. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know how them shops are. I mean, them shops, they just sell anything cheap to get rid of it. Or they like 10, 15, they just sell anything. Even if it don't taste that good, they'll just drop it to a low price. Just to get rid of it, pretty much. My thoughts on sludge metal. I think sludge metal is okay. I mean, I don't really listen to it much like other subgenres in metal, but I don't have anything against it though. I don't think it's bad though. Yeah, my favorite subgenre of metal was either thrash metal or groove metal or melodic death metal. Them three genres in metal. I mean, I like regular metal, of course, like Black Sabbath and Judas Priest and Iron Maiden, like the traditional metal, or whatever you want to call it. But also, like, of course, I like bands like Slipknot and Fear Factory and Devil Driver and many other bands. Also, like new metal. I mean, new metal doesn't get much love. It gets a lot of hate. I just don't see the point of it because I don't think it's bad at all. Yeah, Limp Bizkit, they're new metal. Not many people like them, but I think they got some decent songs. So sure, Limp Bizkit has some garbage songs, but at the same time, I think they got decent songs. So I like some black metal, but not all. Oh, that's fine, Prison Metal. If you like black metal, that's fine. It's just not for me, though. But I didn't mind the Venom song, Black Metal, though. That's probably the only black metal song I ever liked. Because I just don't believe in that kind of stuff that they do, like burning down churches and shit. No, that's evil. I don't believe in that. Even if it is just part of the music. That's crazy. Because there's other metal bands that don't do that. That's why metal gets a bad rep because of black metal. If y'all know what I mean. Oh, metal's satanic. You should listen to that. It's going to bring you bad things in your life. Oh, if you listen to metal, you worship the devil. If you listen to metal, you're going to go do this and do that. Nah. I listen to metal sometimes, but do you think I want to go and harm myself or other people? No. It's just like Marilyn Manson was blamed for the Columbine massacre that happened in April of 1999. Marilyn Manson was blamed for that. It's like, really? Marilyn Manson, they're like shock metal or shock rock, something like that. Yet they get blamed for a shooting. It's like if y'all want to blame any metal genre for shootings, blame that black metal shit. Don't blame thrash metal bands or regular metal bands. It's like Judas Priest was blamed for someone committed suicide back in the day for their cover of Better Than You, Better Than Me, or whatever that song was called. Judas Priest was blamed for the suicide of people back in the day. That was like in the 80s or 90s, I think. I don't remember exactly what year, but it's been over 25 years ago. But yeah, it's crazy how metal gets blamed for stuff. Not just metal, but any music in general. In video games, it also gets blamed for why people do crazy shit. It's like, I remember before a boy killed his mom or dad and they blamed it on Grand Theft Auto 5. It's like early. But, excuse me, guys, I can't even talk with this name allergic. Running on this shit. But yeah, as I'm trying to say, I play Grand Theft Auto 5 and other video games. Do I ever want to harm myself or others? No. I listen to metal and rap music. Do I ever want to harm myself or others? No. So people need to quit blaming video games and music for people do these crimes. The media especially. They're the ones that point the finger at video games and music and movies and TV shows for violence in the world. I think it's crazy. It's ridiculous. That's just my take on it. I don't like a lot of black metal, though, mainly because of the production. Yeah, that's okay. Prison Metal. There's some bands I like in the genre, like Mayhem, Immortal, and that's pretty much it. Oh, okay. Prisoner. That's fine. I don't like Burzum, though. Oh, yeah, that's okay again. Prison Metal. You're all good, man. I couldn't go outside in the yard and do this because the weather. Last time I was out there for a little bit trying to watch NXT or whatever. For a little bit. Since I forgot to watch it yesterday on the free website, I watched it today. I mean, I still got to watch AEW Dynamite from last night, but I'll do that today. Today's Thursday, so I got plenty of time to watch that. I don't have Max anymore, like I said before, because my payment method kept declining, so I'm like, fuck it, I give up on this Max shit. Just watch it for free on the website that I do. I mean, I got like 3 or 4 different websites, but I had to use different ones at times depending on what I'm watching, because either they don't want to load or they buffer too much. Even if I got good Wi-Fi connections slash cellular data, it still wants to buffer and act stupid. Crazy. You don't know what I'm saying. That band Anthrax, they haven't released an album since 2016. I'm like, damn, almost 10 years since they released something. I've been hearing that for many years too. Oh, Anthrax is releasing a new album. They're releasing a new album. I'm like, no. We're already 5 years into the 2020s and they still haven't put out anything. They do put out anything, maybe later this year or more likely next year or the year after. I don't know. It's like a lot of these bands like putting gaps in between their materials. I mean, if I can understand if they're not influenced or don't have the passion to make music anymore, but if that's the case, then why don't they just disband instead of saying, oh, we're going to put out an album for this many years, never do. Not just Anthrax, but bands in general. As for my favorite melodic death metal bands, it'd be Flames, Arch Enemy, Children of Bodom, Death Clock. Yeah, them are good bands. Another band I like in mellow death is Devil Driver. I definitely recommend the cover of Sail. The original is by Wall Nation, but I think the Devil Driver version is way better. I mean, I like the original by Wall Nation Sail, but I think Devil Driver's cover blows the original out of the water, if y'all know what I mean. But yeah, Devil Driver, they have other good songs though, like Clouds Over California. Of course, Knee Deep from their 2003 debut. Swinging the Dead, that was off the Freddy vs. Jason soundtrack, but it also appeared on their self-titled debut 2003 album. Also, like their song Trust No One, that was a good song by Devil Driver, so they got a lot of good shit. You just gotta check it out. I mean, that band ain't for everyone, which I respect their opinion, but y'all know what I mean. When it comes to Devil Driver, though, I am picky with their music, to be honest with you, because their older music is just way better, and their newer music just don't hit the same. I mean, their new music ain't bad necessarily, it's just average. Average at best. Like Dylan with Demons Volume 1 and Dylan with Demons Volume 2, those were two of their weaker albums. When it comes to Devil Driver, I'll say those are two of their weakest albums in their discography. I mean, they're not necessarily bad albums, but they don't hold up like the self-titled or any albums like that. They don't hold up to the first album, their second album, or even their third or fourth albums. I think their first 4 albums are their best when it comes to Devil Driver, but that's just me. Winter Kills in 2013 was okay. It's better than their newer stuff. They like didn't or yeah. Their Winter Kills album is better than Dealing with Demons and Volume 2. Yeah. So Winter Kills is better than both of those. Trust No One is better than both of those, and then their 2009 album is good as well. Devil Driver's last two albums are kind of boring, to be honest. Yeah, that's what I was gonna mention. Not only did their albums feel kind of lackluster, they were also boring at best. Yeah. I just hate it when bands used to be so good and then they start making generic music. I mean, we all get older. That's a part of life. We all go get older and everything. But if you're not influenced and don't have the energy to make the music anymore, you should just call it quits and disband and retire. I think I think the other band that the lead vocalist of Devil Driver was in, it was a new metal band. They made some good music. One of my favorite songs from them was Loco. Loco, that was a new metal song because that band is new metal. I'm trying to think of the band. Because the lead vocalist of Devil Driver was in that band before Devil Driver even formed. Hold on, guys, I'm back. Oh, okay. It's Cold Chamber Prison Metal. Yeah, I was just going on Apple Music to look up the song Loco. And I'm like, yep, it's Cold Chamber. That's the band. Sorry, guys, for forgetting music artist names, whether it be bands or rappers or singers. I just listen to so much music, it's just impossible for me to remember everything. So my bad on that one. But yeah, the band is Cold Chamber, like Prison Metal said. They're a new metal band. I know they broke up in like the 2010s, but I think they reformed in the 2020s. But they haven't put out an album yet, though. I kind of wish they would, because I want to see how it would sound compared to the last two Devil Driver albums. It probably blew them Devil Driver albums out of the water, since those are two of their weaker albums when it comes to Devil Driver. I mean, their latest albums aren't terrible per se, but they're just boring, like Prison Miller said, and just don't hit the same as their older music. That's just me, though, as a fan of the band. But yeah, Fear Factory. I've been waiting for their new album for a while. Maybe they're still working on it, I guess. I don't know. They did release one album in the 2010s called Rivals. It was okay. Oh, okay, was it Cold Chamber? It's pretty cool. I mean, I haven't heard everything when it comes to Cold Chamber, but I like a lot of their stuff. Their first album in 1997 was really good. It had Loco on it, and Sway, a few others that I know. Good stuff. I might get hate for this when I say this, but I think Linkin Park should have broken up when Chester Bennington died. I don't think they ever should have replaced him. I mean, I know Chester wasn't the original singer of the band, Linkin Park, but he made Linkin Park what they are. Though. Just saying. Oh, Cold Chamber has 4 albums. Oh, okay, cool. Cool, man. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't think Linkin Park should have stuck around any longer. Because the band just ain't the same with a female vocalist. I mean, they should have had a male vocalist if they wanted to try to keep the band going. I mean, I'm not disrespecting Emily because she's a woman, but I just don't think she fits in Linkin Park. That's just me, though. Because I've listened to their new album from zero only one time in full, and I could go back to it. Because I'm like, nah, this sounds nothing like Linkin Park that I love. Sounds nothing like Meteora. Sounds nothing like Hybrid Theory, or Minutes to Midnight, or even Thousand Suns, and Living Things, and Hunting Party. Sounds nothing like that, so... Yeah, I just wish Linkin Park would have disbanded when Chester passed away. That's just me, though. But I'll always love their older stuff, though. Linkin Park's self-titled in 97, second album in 99, third in 2002, and fourth in 2015. Oh, okay, cool. That's for Cold Chamber, by the way, guys. this here. Heat. I'm just a minute here. Sweet. Heat. I'm glad I never communicated with what's his name. I'm not gonna drop names. I don't care about drama. I'm the person who starts shit with people, whether it be in real life or the internet. But I'm glad I never dealt with the guy. I mean, I let him comment on my videos here and there, but I never actually chatted with the dude like other people did, because I know that he was all about the whole damn time. Oh, if you watch these kind of movies, you're this and that. Oh, if you listen to this kind of music, you're this and that. If you play these kind of video games, you're this and that. It's like, dude, we all do in the Lord. But do we all go on about that nonsense like you do? No. Linkin Park's job was okay, definitely better than Warmer Light. Should I need to take? Yeah. Yeah. I still think Warmer Light's probably Linkin Park's worst album. I mean, I didn't like From Zero much because I just don't think they should replace Chester. I think they should have disbanded when he died, you know. That's just my take on it. Oh yeah, Saturday night's main event is this Sunday. Not Sunday, Saturday. I don't know what I'm saying. My bad, guys. Saturday night's main event. One match so far is Jey Uso versus that wacko Logan Paul. I swear, if Logan Paul wins, I'm gonna be so ticked off. Because Logan Paul, he don't need no other titles in WWE. He already had a shitty U.S. Championship run when he beat, who was it? I forget who, but he had a U.S. Championship run and it was garbage as fuck. Logan Paul just needs to stick to his shitty YouTube stuff. I mean, I'm a YouTuber myself, but well, not a YouTuber myself, former YouTuber. I mean, but do you see me trying to go and make rap music or box people, wrestle people? No. I don't think Logan Paul should even be a wrestler. Not only that, he's a fraud. Y'all remember that Woods video he recorded back in the day? I mean, that's old, but still, that's unforgivable. And then I heard he scammed people too. It's like, really, dude, what the hell's your problem? Logan Paul. This guy is just crazy, man. He shouldn't even be wrestling. That's just me. Spencer Cirillo of Periphery would be a perfect replacement for Chester Bennington. Oh, cool. Yeah, like I'm saying, if Lincoln Park was going to find a new vocalist eventually, I don't think they should have had a female. I think they just should have just had another guy come in and take over vocals. But that's just me. It'd be cool though if Mike Shinoda of Lincoln Park would just reform his side project, Fort Minor, because The Rising Tide was a dope album. Y'all gotta check that out. It's released in '06. And it has songs like Believe Me, Where'd You Go? Damn, there was another song I liked. I'm forgetting the name of it. Oh yeah, Petrified. That was the one. Those are three good songs from Mike Shinoda's album, The Rising Tide, when he was known as Fort Minor. He did release a single in like the 2010s, but that's just a standalone song. Never appeared on a second album known as Fort Minor. I mean, Mike Shinoda's released solo albums, but not underneath the Fort Minor name. He only released one solo album with the Fort Minor name that was called The Rising Tide, released in 2006. But since then, he's released names underneath his Mike Shinoda name, not his Fort Minor name, unfortunately. I mean, I'm not saying Mike Shinoda can't sing, but I do think he's good as a rapper too. Like, you heard him rapping in Linkin Park songs. You can also hear him outside of Linkin Park when he's called Fort Minor if y'all want to hear him rapping. It's pretty cool stuff. I recommend it. Oh yeah, remember the name. That was another good song that had the rap group Styles of Beyond in it, which Styles of Beyond are good rap group themselves. They had one song on SmackDown vs. Raw back in the day. That rap group Styles of Beyond, they had a song on the SmackDown vs. Raw video game back in the day. Mike's singing is average. Yeah, it is, I agree. But his rapping is good too. Like he rapped in some of Linkin Park's older stuff. And he also had Fort Minor, the Rising Tide album. Like, Remember the Name was a dope song. It had Styles McGon featured on it. Believe Me was a good song. I think it had the drummer from Cypress Hill on that song. Also, Styles McGon on it. Believe Me was a good song. Petrified was good. Of course, Where'd You Go? Had Holly Brook on it, and I forgot the other dude's name, but yeah, those are four dope songs from the Rising Tide album by Mike Shinoda when he was called Fort Minor. Good shit, guys. I recommend it if you're hip hop and rap man. Good stuff. Oh yeah, pretty good stuff there. Where'd You Go's a sad song that's hard to listen to. So that's just a little advice. If you want to check out the album and you get to Where'd You Go, it's definitely a tearjerker. Sad song, especially if you lost loved ones like family members, friends, spouses. Definitely one you can relate to. Great song. It rains a lot in this area. I'm like, damn man, I can't even step outside for 5 minutes because it's always got to rain or sprinkle something. I mean, it's going to be like that every once in a while because it's part of life. I'm just saying. Fred Durst sucks at singing. Yeah, he does. I mean, I didn't mind the Behind Blue Eyes cover, but if no one likes it, then I respect their opinion. I like the song Cracked Out. It is one of Limp Bizkit's best songs. It was used for one of the older WrestleManias back in the day. I forget which one. It's like a B-side to their '03 album. Yeah, it's a B-side of Limp Bizkit's 2003 album. It didn't appear on the album itself, but it is a B-side song. Dope song though. I mean, I don't do drugs, only weed and THC in that, but y'all know what I'm saying. I do like that song though by Limp Bizkit. But yeah, their latest album though that they released, I think that album's garbage. So they pretty much scrapped Discos of the Stupid Elephants or whatever that album was original. They scrapped that completely for Limp Bizkit Sucks album, which that album is horseshit. For real, that album was garbage. It's one of the worst albums of the year when it came out. Sorry guys, Siri was getting on my nerves. I was trying to ask her when Limp Bizkit released their latest album and didn't even tell me what was going on about their older albums. I'm like, if you did Siri, I'll just go looking at my cell phone, Apple Music. So Limp Bizkit released their latest album, Limp Bizkit Sucks, in 2021. It's one of the worst albums of that year. I really listened to pop music in 2021, or pop music from 2021 than that album from Limp Bizkit. Because at least there's some good pop music out nowadays. You just gotta look for it. Sabrina Carpenter, I know she's one of the newer artists, but I'm not really a big fan of her. I mean, I think she's okay. I know Spear Dude likes her music, and other people that are part of like the Spear Dude 21 community, but I just think she's okay at best, in my opinion. I like Ava Max better. I like Zara Larson better. Also, like Lady Gaga better. I mean, Lady Gaga's not from current time, she's from the late 2000s, but y'all know what I mean. I like Ariana Grande better. She's from the 2010s. I like Demi Lovato better. Selena Gomez, singers like that. I mean, I don't have nothing against Sabrina Carpenter, but her music just ain't for me. That's just me, though. I mean, I like female music artists, tons of them, whether it be from pop or R&B or even rap. But yeah, I just don't like Sabrina's music much. I'm not hating on her. I'm just not a fan of her music, if that makes sense. But yeah, I agree with this Prison Miller. It's their worst album they ever put out. For real, it is. The Biscuit Sucks from 2021. I think it was released on Halloween of that year. I don't care though. The album's horseshit. So they scrapped their original album that they had from the 2010s just for that. That's crazy. Real talk. Especially with the song Bring Out the Worst in Me, they tried to sound like Deftones with the shitty metalcore sound in the chorus. Wow. I actually really don't remember any songs from the Limp Bizkit Sucks album. I only remember Bad Vibes. That song was ugh. The riffs and Limp Bizkit's music is good, but the music itself is garbage. Their newer music, that is, because I don't mind some of their older stuff. Like Rollin', that was a good one. Boiler was a good one. My Generation was good. My Way. So, yeah, they had some good songs. Results May Vary's masterpiece compared to Still Sucks. Yeah, Results May Vary wasn't one of the best albums either, but it had some decent stuff though, in my opinion. Like Eat You Alive, their cover Behind Blue Eyes was on there. Like I was saying, Cracked Addict by Limp Bizkit. It's not on the original version of Results May Vary, it's only a B-side, unfortunately, but it's one of the better songs from that era, the Limp Bizkit. Not on the album, but as a B-side. Because when I looked it up on YouTube or somewhere before online, it said it was off the B-sides version of Results May Vary. I find Boiler a good song. Yeah, it definitely is. It's like one of their ballads off the Chocolate Starfish and the hot dog flavored water album. Which that's probably my favorite album by Limp Bizkit since it's the stuff that got me into the band way back in the day when I was probably a preteen or teenager. Even though I discovered music as a kid in like 2005 or 2006, somewhere around there. So I've been a fan of music for almost 20 years. It's awesome. I started out as a rap fan and R&B and pop fan, and then later in life I got into country and metal and some rock music. I like everything, as long as it sounds good to me, if y'all know what I mean. I'm picky when it comes to music. If it sounds bad, I'm like, nah, this ain't for me, I gotta turn it off. If it sounds good, then it's something I'm gonna listen to. I bet people on Facebook are thinking I'm crazy, and they're probably like, damn, dude, you're uploading all these videos on here of you. Yo, I don't know what's wrong with this. Ever since I got that cold, it's not showing the thing. I don't know. It's supposed to move when you're doing string words, so I don't know. Me and Boiler, that was a great song by Limp Bizkit. Break Stuff was off the Significant Other album, that was good. That was another good Limp Bizkit album. Their first album from, I think, what year? 96 Straight Dollar Bill or whatever the album called. was called. That's a good one. So their older stuff was good, but a lot of the newer stuff is garbage. The Gold Cobra album was okay. The title track was good. Douchebag was a good one. I don't know if y'all can even hear me. This damn call had to ruin my stream order. Set scam likely, but I didn't know the number, so I avoided it. If it was that important, leave me a voicemail, bro. Just saying. If I don't know the number, then I'm not gonna answer it. I know it ain't my mom calling from rehab, because I don't have my area code, so, yeah. My favorite Limp Bizkit album probably be Significant Others. Yeah, that was a dope album from them. Good stuff. I don't even know if y'all can hear me because it's not even showing the thing. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna try to fix this. Alright. I'll just remove myself from the stage and then try to put it back on there, so I apologize. Whoever was calling my phone, they ruined my stream to where it don't show the, the profile picture when you're on stream or it posts a move. It's not even doing that. I don't know. Hold on, guys. I'll be back. Sorry I keep pausing so much. Well, according to Siri, 323 area code, who was calling me, is somewhere in LA. And I don't know no one in LA, so. I mean, I know people all over the world from the internet. I mean, I'm not going to say what states because it's confidential for them. But I don't know no 323 area code. It said scam likely, but I didn't answer it because I don't know the number. It's too important. They could have left me a voicemail or something. You know how that is, though. When you buy a phone, they always give you a old number that was already in use, so it can be for that or just a random number. I don't know. Call my number. I don't know. But it's okay. But yeah, thank you for letting me know, Prison Miller, that you can hear me fine. I was just warned about that because that call, it's moving now. The profile picture's awesome on that. But yeah, Prison Miller, I was telling people on here, I still got my list written down for a collab for top 15 Jay-Z songs. I originally had the list written down, but one time I don't know what happened to it, so I had to rewrite it down in my music and YouTube book. Had to rewrite it in that. Don't know what happened to the first list. But yeah, this second list that I rearranged, it's gonna be different than the first one, but it's all good. I know I haven't gotten it out to you yet. Oh, it's holding me back. Oh, probably scams. Yeah, it might be. Because it's a number I didn't notice. I know who my contacts numbers are and who they're not, so it wasn't any one of my contacts. That's all I'll say. I'm not being an asshole. I'm just saying it's none of my contacts. I'm not mad or pissed off about it or anything. I just don't know the number. So I didn't answer it. I remember before them, when my mom called me from rehab, it said scam likely, and I didn't answer it because it said that. It only had to be a non call that you don't know. It can be a friend or a family member or anything, and it would still say scam likely. I know that because that day my mom called me, it said scam likely on it, and she's out of rehab center recovering because she couldn't stay out of jail. I've been having a hard time visiting her sometimes because they're like, oh, can't have visitors today. I was up there Sunday of this week. I couldn't even see her. They were like, "Oh, no one can have visitors today. Nobody can have visitors today. You can see her next week, though." I'm thinking, damn, I came all the way up here and I can't even see her. I was so upset with that rehab center, that dude. Because I found a ride up there and I couldn't even see her. I hate when that happens. That's a waste of money. When you go up there and can't do what you went up there for. I can understand if she got in trouble or something, why she couldn't have visitors all the times. But the only time they let me visit her was on the 11th of this month, which was Mother's Day. I've been trying to see her since the 6th of April and had failed attempts besides one time. Sucks for real. I heard Mudvayne's releasing new material. Oh, cool. Yeah, that'd be cool, man. Mudvayne releases a new album. Because they haven't since 2009, I think. Their latest album. Damn, that's a long time. 2009 all the way to now. It's not quite 20 years, but it's going quite there, you know. I guess people close by are working somewhere on the houses or somewhere, so that's what that noise is if y'all hear anything. I'm hearing the house in the basement, though. I guess people nearby are working. I don't know how they're doing it, though, with it's sprinkling and raining up there. I don't know about now, but it was when I was outside last. Yep. Damn, I've been here almost an hour streaming already. I ain't been paying attention. I'm just saying what I want to say and not paying attention to the time on it. I'm gonna have to find my tape today and tape some of these pages back into this notebook because they fall out too easily. It is what it is, though. I don't know what even causes it to happen. Maybe if you like rip a sheet out, that causes it to fall out too many pages. I mean, I got so many notebooks upstairs. For real. Yeah, because throughout the 2010s, Chad Graves and Hell Yeah. Yeah, true, Prison Miller. Mentioned Hell Yeah, I think they were a pretty solid group. I mean, I like Moping better, but Hell Yeah, they had some bangers. Welcome Home was a really good album. That's one of my favorite albums of 2019. That's a good album. R.I.P. to both Benny Paul and Dimebag Daryl. I mean, I know Dimebag Daryl wasn't in Hell Yeah, but he was in Pantera. And Benny Paul, who was the drummer for both Pantera and Hell Yeah, was the brother of Dimebag Daryl. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, Dimebag, he was murdered in 2004 in Columbus, Ohio at a nightclub when he was on stage with Damage Plan. There's another band that Diamond, Benny Paul, and Damage Plan. Damage Plan was underrated. You don't hear many people bring up Damage Plan. They were an underrated metal band. Yep, they were underrated. I bet people on Facebook are like, damn, you're cringy at this rapping. You're not even rapping, right? You're here stuttering and mumbling. We can't understand nothing. Yeah, that's true, though, because sometimes when I'm trying to rap and sing along with it, it's either because I get nervous or because I don't hear the lyrics the way that I'm rapping them. But I try my best to. But like I said, I'm not trying to be a professional rapper. I'm just doing it as a hobby and for fun. And plus, when I rap and sing, it cures my depression. I get depressed easily. About things. But everything's good though. And of all Benny Paul bands he's been in, hell yeah, that's probably my least favorite. Oh, you're fine, Prison. I get you, man. No problem, bro. I first heard of Hell Yeah, though, before I even listened to the band in full. But their material, I first heard them on SmackDown vs. Raw video game 2008. SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 video game, I mean, to be more precise with it. Their song You Wouldn't Know was included on SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. So that's how I first heard of the band. But that was way before I even listened to any of their albums in full, if y'all know what I'm saying. The same thing happened with Trivium. I heard them on SmackDown vs. Raw 2010, went down from the sky, but didn't check out their music until years later. That's just how I am. That's just how it was. I mean, certain bands I would hear their music on video games, and I wouldn't know about their other music until later on. But that's because I wasn't into metal like that at that time frame. I was into stuff like rap, hip hop, R&B, pop, and country music. So that's why I was late getting the metal. If y'all know what I mean. I only like Hell Yes' first two albums. Anything after that was just mediocre. Oh, that's fine, Prison Miller. I respect your opinion, bro. I did like their. I did like the album that had Moth on it. Bud. I think it's called Bud. Damn, that's loud upstairs. Sorry about that. But as I was trying to say, I think my favorite album from Hell Yeah, there was Blood for Blood, released in 2014. It had Moth on it. And DMF was a good song too. DMF kind of reminded me of Mudvayne, if y'all know what I mean. So yeah, DMF by Hell Yeah off their Blood for Blood album. It reminded me of Mudvayne, Chad Gray's other band before he was even a part of Hell Yeah. It's a dope song. Yeah, I call metal music dope too, not just rap and hip hop. I call their music genres dope too. That's just how I am as a music fan. Yo, I'm listening to me some Slipknot. This song's dope as hell. I'm listening to me some Disturbed. This song's dope as hell. I'm listening to me some Lil Wayne and Tupac and T.I. and Ludacris and Samara on a Grande and Demi Lovato and Selena Gomez. All these songs are dope. Y'all know what I mean. I'm just stating as an example when I say music is dope no matter the genre. Yeet. We're in an hour and two now, guys. Hell yeah. I don't need to worry about my phone dying because I brought the charger down here. Sometimes I bring my charger down here, sometimes I do not. Right now, I'm plugging it in. Yes, we're plugging it in. And people must be busy outside. I don't know if they're doing hammering or something, I don't know. I don't even know how they're doing any housework outside when it's raining. Yo, it's your boy Young Gotti. My favorite Hell Yeah album is their debut. Oh, okay, Prison Miller, no problem, bro. Their 2007 album. That was a good album. Had You Want It Know on it. Hell yeah, it's a good song. You Want It Know is a good song. That's my introduction to the band, and like I said, because of SmackDown vs. Raw 2008, which was a very good WWE game. I mean, it didn't have certain wrestlers on it, but it was still a very good game, though. SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. I mean, it ain't my favorite of the SmackDown vs. Raw series. I think 2006 and 2007 are better. The same with 2010, but SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 was still a good game. Without that video game, I probably would have never even gotten into wrestling, because it's one of the first wrestling games I ever played. So like I said before, I used to play the WWE games before I even watched wrestling on TV. I mean, that's kind of weird, but y'all know. Video games can make you a fan of something, whether it be wrestling itself or a music artist. Video games can do good things for you. It can make you a fan of a thing you was never even into before, like wrestling, for example, how it was with me, and how it was with me too, discovering bands like Hell Yeah, what You Want to Know, when I first heard it on SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 back in the day. And Fear Factory with Edge Crusher, first heard it off of Sleeping Dogs. So yeah, there's different ways how to discover some music artists, whether it be bands or rappers and singers. Pretty cool stuff. How video games can work for you. Pretty cool. I mean, if Dimebag did Hell Yeah's debut, it would get much more praise. Yeah, true. Yeah, that would have been cool though if Dime was still alive at the time and he was a part of the Hell Yeah band alongside Chad Gray and Vinnie Paul and other band members. That would have been cool. I mean, Damage Plan was a few years before Hell Yeah, but wrong got my point. And way before Hell Yeah, and Damage Plan with, of course, we had Pantera, which Pantera is one of my favorite metal bands of all time. Actually, Hell Yeah would probably not happen if Dimebag was alive. Oh, they probably wouldn't have happened. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I see what you mean. Maybe they could have continued on with Pantera or even Damage Plan. But yeah, I heard some people blaming Phil Samo for Dimebag's passing. I'm like, are you serious? What did Phil and Samo have to do with it? I mean, I understand Phil was on heroin back in the day, but blaming him for someone's passing is crazy. That's just like people blaming Ariana Grande for Mac Miller's death in 2018. People are crazy and fucked up in the head. They even blame others for someone's death. That's crazy. Don't even get me started on P. Diddy, please. I can't stand that dude. I mean, I might like some of his music, but he's a shitty person. What he did to Cassie and all them other women and just people in general. P. Diddy, he was just there to do the weird stuff with women and other people in there for the money. He didn't really care about his music artist. He didn't care about Mace, really. He didn't care about Danny D. Kane, Cassie, or other music artists he would produce albums and songs for and have friendships and relationships with. He didn't care about them people. He was just there to do bad to them and take their money, pretty much. That's sad. That's why Diddy should be in prison. His trial's currently ongoing, as I know of, but unfortunately, cameras aren't allowed in the courtroom to where you can hear Cassie's testimony yourself. You had to hear it from the media, sadly. And I guess New York and other states are just different when it comes to trials of people who've done crimes. A week before Dimebag's death, Phil said something about Dimebag would definitely be killed on stage. Oh well, it's horrible. I actually didn't. I don't think I ever heard about that. That's crazy though. Unfortunately. Okay, guys, my phone was on 30 something, but since I plugged it in down here, it's on 43. Sorry, guys. It's allergy season. It's getting to me more and more every day. Well, smoking that THC stuff wasn't helping any, but since I'm out, it should be getting better any day now, hopefully. I just need to stay out of the rain the best way I can. I mean, if I got stuff to do, I can't let the rain get in the way of it, or any kind of weather for that matter, but y'all know what I'm saying. Yep, I don't know what time to watch AEW Dynamite today. Because I'll have to charge my phone pretty good before I even think about that. But yeah, I got NXT done today, because like I said, I forgot all about it yesterday. But I remember to watch it today, though. So yep, we got Sunday with Battleground, which will be in Tampa, Florida. Mission, Florida, I've never been there. There's so many states I've heard of and would love to visit, but I've never been there. I'd love to go to Florida. I'd love to go to California. I'd love going back to Mississippi and visit. You know, I don't really know many people down there, just pretty much the people that I went to school with. But who knows? The people may not even live in Mississippi anymore. Because that was in the early 2010s. This is 2025 now, so y'all know what I mean. Vinny and Rita blame Phil for the comment. Yeah. Yeah, I even heard where Phil and Samo weren't even allowed to be at Dime's funeral, pretty much, because I guess they partially blame Phil and Samo for what happened to Dime, unfortunately. Damn, today's Thursday already, tomorrow's Friday, and this week's coming up quick. I'm glad when Sunday comes, so hopefully I can see my mom get to the house, you know. It's boring sitting here a lot. Yeet. Hold on, guys, I'll be right back. Alright, guys, I'm back now. But yeah, Dime, he was only 38 when he passed. That's horrible, man. He was still young. It happened December 8th of 2004. How old was I in 2004? I was only like 7 when Dimebag died. That's sad. Yep, I was only 7 years old when Dimebag was shot and killed in Columbus, Ohio on December 8th, 2004. I was only 7 years old back then. That's sad. He was still young. He was only 38. Horrible, man. Yeah, and Vinny refused to talk to Phil and Simo again. However, Rita later forgave Phil and became friends again. Oh, okay. Right. Understand what you mean, President Miller, when Vinny didn't really want anything to do with Phil and Simo because he feels that Phil had something to do with his brother's murder back in '04. That's the only thing about being a musician, whether you're a rapper or a singer or playing a rock or metal band, there's always that crazy stand out there. It happened. It happened to John Lennon in 1980. Also happened to Phil. Not Phil. I mean, it happened to. Yeah, it happened to John Lennon in 1980, and then in 2004 it happened to Dimebag Darrell of Pantera and many other metal bands. And then it happened to Christina Grimmie in 2016 when she was at like a meet and greet with fans after a concert. She was shot and killed by a crazy stain of hers. Kevin James Lloyd, or whatever his name was, psychopath guy. He was a fan of her, but he shot and killed her at the same time. It's like, how can you claim to be a fan of a singer and then you go and shoot her and take her life from her? It's like, really, dude, that's evil. I think Adam Levine of Maroon 5 helped pay for her funeral, I think. Because, remember, she was on The Voice season 6 and she placed third on that season. Which, in my opinion, I'd still think Christina Grimmie should have won that season of The Voice, but either way, third place was her position that they put her in. Well, America, because they're the ones that are in charge of the voting when it comes to the live shows and stuff. Mentioning The Voice, I didn't get to watch The Voice winner this past Tuesday night, because for y'all that don't know, I've been having problems out of my Spectrum cable box for the last few months, so I eventually need to get a new one. But like I said before, the only reason I haven't is because I don't know if it costs money to get another one. I'm not sure I get the money for it because I got stuff to do in June and had to wait a different time. Yeah, the guy who shot Dimebag was schizophrenic. Wow. Yeah, it's crazy. But either way, mental illness shouldn't make you go and harm other people. I mean, I get depression, anxiety, and sometimes I get angry with people, but do I ever have thoughts of wanting to harm or murder them? No, because I'm not that kind of person. I have a, I have a good heart. I always believe in loving and being loyal and kind to everybody. I mean, there's days where I have my downfalls and take my anger on people and say things and all that I shouldn't say, but I never mean it, if y'all know what I'm saying, because I think when we're all mad at someone, we say stuff that we shouldn't ever say. It's just sad. So, yeah, I gotta know not to do that stuff because it ain't right, you know? Yep. May 25th. We got two pay-per-views that day, actually. We got AEW Double or Nothing 2025, which would be an AEW pay-per-view, and then, of course, NXT Battleground 2025, which is also dubbed as NXT Battleground Tampa. So, yep, there's gonna be two pay-per-views that day. So, once again, it's gonna be AEW versus WWE. But I'm not gonna get into details because a lot of the IWC slash YWC can be toxic, and as a wrestling fan, I'm not like that. I just watch it for enjoyment. Even if I don't agree with everything in WWE, I'll still watch it. Even if I don't agree with everything in AEW or TNA or whatever, I still watch it for the fun of it, you know? I mean, some matches are better than others every week, but y'all know my point. He he thinks Dimebag stole Nathan's riffs. Wow, that's crazy. Schizophrenia is basically experiencing hallucinations, seeing things that didn't actually happen. Oh, wow. Right. Yeah, true. Prison member. But I don't know how Dimebag would steal someone's wrist when Nathan Gale, who was the dude that killed Dimebag Daryl in '04, I don't know how he would claim that Dime stole his riffs when he didn't even play in a metal band. He was a former Marine for what I researched a number of years ago. But yeah, just because someone's in the Marines or were in the Marines doesn't give them the right to go and take another life. It's like you were in the Army, you're supposed to be protecting our country and our people, not taking our people from us. Y'all know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect myself, but I never believe in wanting to take another person's life. For real, I don't believe in taking others' lives because I'm not that kind of person. Like I said, I got a good and kind heart. I don't believe in hurting others. I rather hurt myself than others. You know what I mean? Not that I'm gonna do that to myself. It's just an example. I wish I could change the confetti color, but I don't think I can. I guess I just had to keep it to the blue. And it'd be cool if I could change it to red or yellow or something. But I guess I can't. I just gotta keep the confetti in the blue. It'd be okay. And we got 10:50, almost 11 here, my area. Morning time, that is, guys. Morning time. Yeah, these fans for stands and these music artists don't do anything. It's crazy. I'm not a stan though. I'm only a fan of music artists. Like I said plenty of times before, 'cause being a stan, it's weird. It's not normal. Leads to dangerous things. So of course I wouldn't want to be no stan because it's not normal behavior. I mean, you can like someone's music all you want, but being a standing wanting to take their life, that's just evil and fucked up for what it is. It don't matter if it's a singer or a rapper or someone that plays in a band. You don't go and be obsessed with a music artist and go take their life. That's craziness. I mean, I might like Ariana Grande and JoJo and Demi Lovato, Selena Gomez, and then other female artists, but do I ever have thoughts of wanting to take their life? No, because as I'm saying, I'm not that kind of person. I don't believe in killing others or harming others or anything of that nature. Because Bud, aka the Flamin' 97, he's not the kind of person. Yeah, I have my times where I'm mad and ticked off about things, but do I ever want to hurt others? Nah, never. Never at all. Plus, Nathan Gale was a huge drug addict. Wow. Yeah. One of them cops or officers back in Columbus, he was the one that took down Dimebag's killer. So, yeah. Dime wasn't the only one shot and killed that day, though. In Columbus, it was some fans trying to rush up to the stage and protect Dime. They were also killed, too. I'm forgetting their names, but there were multiple victims that night. Dimebag there included, but also some fans in attendance. Sad. So not only Dime lost his life that night, others did too, trying to protect him. Sad, crazy stand Nathan Gale was of Dimebag. Daryl, sad. For y'all wondering how Dime got his name, pretty much from marijuana, for what I read online. Pretty interesting how he came up with this stage name. Yeah, my phone's on 60 now. When I plugged in, it's only on 30 something. It's on 60 now. Like I said, it's iPhone 15, which it takes the Type C charger, so go up pretty quick, the battery. It dies quick, but it also charges fast. I know there's days where I regret getting this iPhone at times, but that's only because it wants to act laggy and overheat all the time. That's the only thing I like about the iPhone 15. It overheats easily. Whether it be me trying to add songs to a playlist on Spotify or Apple Music or skip through my playlist on Spotify or Apple Music, it likes to get hot. Or if I charge it and go on it, it overheat too. I just unplugged the charger because I don't want it to get too hot. 16 battery be okay for now. Well, guys, I don't want to keep y'all too much longer on the stream. I just wanted to go live for a while for y'all. So I'll see y'all on the 31st for another stream of guys. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching this morning. Hope y'all have a good day. I'm out. Peace, guys.